Yo, what's up? This your boy M Breezy back at it again, man, like I always do around this time. What's up, Cowboy Nation? What's up, YouTube? Hey, man, before we get started with this video today, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. After watching the video, man, please share. And let's continue to help the channel grow. Now, let's get right into it, man. Dallas Cowboys, we did it again, man. We have now won another game. We are 3-3 with Cooper Rush in as the starter. And I know that we're out the playoffs, and the game is boring. But nobody don't want to watch the game because we are not in playoff contention. You know, these are what I call bandwagon Cowboy fans and bandwagon Cowboy creators, on YouTube. See, they don't want to be here for, the downfall and the trials and tribulations and the losing aspects of the game, which come with being a winner. They only want to be on here, man, when the team is winning. They getting their shine on. They looking like they're the smartest person, on YouTube. They're like they the smartest person that can analyze the Dallas Cowboys, and they know everything Dallas Cowboys. And if you want the real Cowboy news, come to their channel. And all fanboys will flock, if you know what I mean. But hey, man, I know we played the Carolina Panthers yesterday, the same team that struggled with the Kansas City Chiefs, and the same team that took the Philadelphia Eagles down to the wire. But we're not gonna talk about that, even though we had a lot of injuries. 3 offensive linemen. We had backups in the game. Trayvon Diggs didn't play yesterday. He got his whole situation going on about. Now they're talking about they don't like how Trayvon Diggs handled his rehab during the offseason after his knee surgery. But neither here nor there, man. The Dallas Cowboys won 30-14, and Cooper Rush had. He was 18 of 29, 214 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interception, people. No interceptions. Rico Dowdle, 25 carries, 149 yards. This is the same guy that a lot of these guys get on here talking about. Rico Dowdle is not the guy. Rico Dowdle can't run. Rico Dowdle is injury prone. All this, that, and the third. But now what can they say now about Rico Dowdle? What can these same guys say now about Rico Dowdle that he's now had 3 games where he's been over 100 yards with mostly part running behind the backup line? So, hey, what you guys got to say about that, man? Huh? What you guys got to say about that? They don't want to say nothing about that because, we're not winning. Only thing these guys doing is still complaining about the problems that we have going on with this team. Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, and Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. These guys are not talking about football, people. We had 4 games left. Now we got 3 games left. These guys only come on here to talk about the problems. See, these guys like to cause problems when we're not winning because they can't. They're not getting their shine on. So they got to bring everybody down with them because they're not shining right now. But I refuse to let these guys do it, man. I refuse to let these guys do it. CeeDee Lamb had 9 catches, 116 yards. 9 catches, 116 yards. CeeDee Lamb's a beast, man. He's a warrior. The guy is a warrior. And the guy's playing with a bum shoulder, and he taking a lot of hard hits, man. Being with that shoulder, is not always 100%. And we all know Cooper Rush can throw some bad footballs. He threw a couple of bad balls yesterday, But hey, CeeDee Lamb stood in there, caught the ball, and took the hit. Cause hey, CeeDee Lamb is him. CeeDee Lamb is him. And like I said, man, these guys only here for the shine. Like I said, Cooper Rush did his thing, no turnovers. I know he lost the ball down there in the red zone one time, which we was going in about to put the game away. He fumbled the ball. Then the very next play, the guy Coker caught a pass and went 79 yards, and the score was 10-7, just like that, or 13-7, just like that. We had the lead going into the halftime, which we could have really put the game away then. And Micah Parsons had 2 sacks. This guy is showing y'all that he want to be the leader of this football team. The guy goes out week in and week out basis and have a good game. The guy goes out there and gives it his all. And whether you want to believe it or not, this guy hates losing more than anyone else. But the guy shows up every weekend and play. Unlike some of you guys that want to come on here and talk bad about this football team, man. I consider you guys a bandwagon fans. There's a lot of bandwagon fans associated with the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. There's a lot of y'all out there Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all only want to be here when it's good for y'all. Y'all don't want to be here when it's bad. But y'all only love the good, the glitz and the glamour of it. See, you guys like conflicts when they're not going your way. You want to get on here and cry, act like petulant children when things don't go your way. I got a clip, man, for y'all today. It was talking about what Stephen Jones has said about this offseason, because we already paid Dak Prescott and we've already paid CeeDee Lamb. Micah Parsons is up next. I'm gonna let y'all hear what these guys had to say about the talks that are gonna be coming up this offseason about Micah Parsons and his contract.
This will make RJ Choppy roll in his grave, but I'm gonna say it, and I believe this. I know what the end game is with this current group. I would rather roll the dice, even if it meant I become a 9-win team, to see if the change can lead to the breakthrough. Because the breakthrough is not happening with this group, players and coaches, in my opinion. That's why I wanted them to do something, and I want them to do something this offseason, which Stephen Jones is suggesting is not going to happen. And that may include dealing with Micah Parsons. This is Stephen Jones with Ian Rappaport. They caught up at the owners' meetings right here where everything takes place in DFW, specifically in Irving. And he said, look, we have to review everything. And that includes exploring the effects that signing big money, high profile, top of position players has on the rest of our roster. What he's basically saying is if you pay 3 guys $35 million or more, and in Dak's case, 60, is that smart roster management? And I
can tell you right now, giving that guy $60 million, that was not smart at all. That was one of the dumbest decisions that Stephen Jones, because like I said, I'm going to believe it was Stephen Jones, the one that persuaded his father to sign Dak Prescott to that $60 million because, quote unquote, we didn't have a backup quarterback. So who fault that is? See, that's why we put ourselves in that predicament by not having a qualified backup quarterback just in case Dak Prescott goes down. See, this is the problem that you run into, because you don't have to get a guy on $60 million, but he's not worth it, and he's an injury prone quarterback. You can see it coming already.
Jay and many others would say it's not. That you're putting way too much in 3 people. And we know what it does to the rest of the team, right? It hurts who your supporting cast is. It hurts your depth. Stephen, quote, to me, it would be irresponsible if every year you don't look at the full body of work and the big picture and how those guys fit into that big picture and how we want to think about our team in terms of the big picture moving forward. Should Micah Parsons take that as a slight? Will Micah Parsons take that as a slight?
I don't think Micah Parsons took that as a slight, because Micah Parsons already said that he's not worried about being the highest paid defensive end in the NFL. Unlike Dak Prescott wanted to be the highest paid player in NFL history. Not quarterback, but he wanted to be the highest paid player in NFL history. That guy's the one hurting the team. So I don't think Micah Parsons should take that as slight in no way at all, because like he said, he already know how him and Jerry Jones is.
I don't think he will. I don't know if that's a slight towards Micah as much as it may be.
Why didn't you say that before the Lamb deal?
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if it might be more of a slight towards buyer's remorse. If it's something where, hey, maybe we shouldn't have gotten into some of these contracts. So if we're going to do something like this, we might have to make different decisions in the future.
Do you think that it is smart or silly team building to spend that much on those 3? It's hard.
It is. I think you've got, it depends on what your salary cap projections are looking like. They had no choice with Dak financially. They just didn't. That's one. 2, I did not know of a single person.
And they had a choice to give that money, but they gave it to him because they did not have a backup quarterback. So that's what they thought at the time. Because the way it's looking right now, I don't see a big difference between Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott. Not if you ask me. I'm just being real.
Not one that was trying to say, don't give CeeDee Lamb his money. Everybody was on board with it.
Agreed.
And I think everybody's going to be on board for the most part in the fan base and publicly. Everybody's going to be on board with paying Mike.
That's not true. there's more against paying Micah than there was Lamb in the fan base.
Sure. I do think it's
whether it's attitude,
90%. I think 90% probably want to pay him.
Yeah, 85, 90.
So
now, how's that more people that didn't want us to sign Micah Parsons? So that's not right, Sean Sharif.
So to me, I think what this is coded criticism for. It's people who are upset that you paid Dak, but they didn't have a financial choice because of the way the contract had already been structured.
Yes, more fans. We were really pissed off about them paying Dak Prescott. Let's get that straight.
And that they would have $40 million sitting on the quarterback books with nobody there playing for it. And they couldn't stomach that. They couldn't stomach financially committing that to somebody who wasn't here. It was too much. They have a tough time just right now swallowing the fact that they had $6 million on the books last year for a running back that wasn't here in Ezekiel Elliott. And they have that $6 million on the books again here today. So I think that when people complain about that or people talk about that, they're talking about Dak specifically. They're not talking about other guys. Maybe they're talking about.
You heard that, fanboys? We're talking about Dak Prescott. Even this guy right here, man, Dak Prescott, biggest supporter because he's the one putting this out. But hey, it's a whole lot of fans in Cowboy Nation feel the exact same way this guy do because we've had enough of Dak Prescott. It just is what it is.
Diggs, maybe they're talking about Steele, but really they're talking about Dak. And the reality is, okay, but it's a non-starter because they weren't going to walk away from it. They couldn't walk away from it.
Micah did respond to this from Ian Rappaport after the game. John Machota with the quotes. I understand how the business side goes. There are no hard feelings in this business, whether I'm here or anywhere else. Obviously, I've stated I wanted to be here. At the end of the day, I understand the business side. I put in a lot of work, played hard too. So obviously, if sides can't agree to those types of things, it happens like that. But if I'm just happy to be here, I'm going to keep playing hard. I'm here for the next 5 to 6 years. If I'm going to play hard there as well, ain't nothing really going to make a difference. Micah is going to play hard.
Hey, that's right. Micah Parsons, no matter what none of you simps say about how much you don't like Micah Parsons, how much Micah Parsons talks on his podcast, because that's his right. He can do whatever he want to do. Because like I said, some of you got jobs and some of you got podcasts, so that'll make you no different than anybody else. Just because it not fit your narrative, because you're not because we're losing, you can't come on your platform and try to, yeah, Cowboys, let's go Cowboys, yeah. I told y'all all right. But now the season is in shambles. Now you're gonna blame everybody else. You're gonna blame everybody else because if we just say we don't sign Micah Parsons, goes into next year, and their defense look horrible, what y'all gonna do? Man, Jerry Jones ruined his team. He could have signed Micah Parsons, man. He had a chance to sign Micah Parsons, man. Now we can't get nobody, no pressure on the quarterback. This, that, and the third. You can't please you guys, man. Because like I said, you only bandwagon fans, and now you're being exposed more than ever. You are being exposed. But we're gonna listen to this guy, Nick Eatman. He's been with the Cowboys since 1999. He's on DallasCowboy.com. He's been with the Cowboys going on 25 years. He's on the inside. He sees everything that goes on with his organization. And listen, we're gonna see what he had to say about when asked about should the Cowboys keep Micah Parsons.
Had to say to Ian Rappaport about team building, that we need to reassess. I'm paraphrasing here. We need to assess whether paying our top 3 guys that much money is the smart thing to do. Obviously, Micah is the next one in the financial sites here, and then Micah responding to it yesterday after the game.
Yeah, and he basically just saying he understands, he wants to be here. It does look like the writing is kind of on the wall, at least to throw that out there, that maybe that's not in the Cowboys' best interest to do that. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 more. I think it's a mistake. I think it's an absolute mistake. I think you figure out a way to pay Micah Parsons and put him on your team because and you figure out the other two if you want to make changes there. But I don't think anybody can wreck the game like Micah. I think the defense plays a lot better when he's there. I think he's done a lot better this year in every way. I think he said the right things for the most part. Yeah, he's going to say what he says. He does his podcast, all that. But I think he's handled things the right way. And when he's on the field, he is just, he is unbelievably tough matchup. He gets a little bit more help on the outside. I think the Cowboys defense can be really good again because of him.
And hey, I will take his word over any one of you so-called armchair quarterback YouTubers on here, because this guy is well connected inside the organization. You guys talk because your feelings are involved in it, and you're being proven wrong all the time. You can't be right. So when you're not right, and when you get on here looking bad about the things that you say before it happens, then you look foolish in the face. Then you got to come on here and try to re-clarify what you said, because I see it all the time, man. That's why I don't try to get on here acting like I know everything about this football team, everything about football, because I don't. Like I said, I only can go by what I see when they're on that football field with them pass on in game action. That's when I give my analysis on what I've seen. Because most of you guys try to be quote unquote the smartest guys on the internet, and in the end, you end up looking foolish. Now you don't want to talk about the football game, because you don't came on here and look foolish for the whole season. And Dak Prescott is out, so you really were tuned out then. Because like I said, you're fanboys. You're not fans of the football team. You're bandwagon riders. When things are up, you're up. When things are down, you're out. And we see it right now. You don't talk about football games. You only come on here to talk negative and be negative about this football team. But hey, I'm here to expose it all. Hey man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below, man. Tell me what y'all think about the game yesterday, and some of these bandwagon fans that is infiltrating Cowboy Nation. Until next time, it's your boy Breezy. I'm out.